Both parties do this. Congress will say, we want money for this good cause, whatever that is. Agency X, go make it be so. And then Agency X and the ideologues that work there layer in all these strings and conditions that were nowhere in the statute. They're calling the shots. They're suddenly, in effect, legislating what will be done with that money. So there's a lot of opportunity for states pushing back on that, even litigating that. But they have to be aware of it first, which means paying attention to these grant agreements that their bureaucrats in their own state are signing.
Well, you talk about some of the things. You do say some states are doing this, beginning to take initial steps. Now, one example you cite is Utah, which is simply engaging in some contingency planning, like beginning to think of a world, like what would it be like if we didn't keep getting all of this Washington money? How exactly is that working in Utah? What did they do?
Yeah, well, and they're not the only one, but they essentially requiring their state agencies to come up with a plan. So if the state agency is the recipient of tranches of federal money that are purposed in certain ways, they should have the visibility on how that money is then going out in their communities, whether it's going direct to check the recipient or more likely going through NGOs and, let's say, local governments, county governments. So they're supposed to have a point of view on what happens if there's a stoppage for a certain period of time, or if there's complete elimination, or if all the money doesn't come through. So essentially they have to be ready to say, we're going to cut it off in these ways, or we're going to spend it for a certain period of time out of a rainy day fund. So it's in part understanding what will they pay for if the feds stop, but also understanding where is the federal dollar going once it crosses our state border. Because a lot of the danger is the money percolates out to these entities that are trying to help people, and suddenly you don't know who's going to collapse when the federal spigot turns off for even a month.